So if you're thinking about buying a home in Las Vegas, let me go ahead and give you the real version. You know, not that sugar-coated Zillow fantasy scrolling version that you be seeing. This is the exact process that I walk serious buyers through in the strategy session. And if you're ready to win and not waste time, this video is for you. Here's the 7-step path to buying a home in Las Vegas, the real version. So step number 1, we get on a clarity call and strategy session. And I'll explain everything as we go. Number 2 is the pre-approval and budget lock. Number 3 is the custom search. And I'm not talking just what's on Zillow or what's on the MLS. This is a custom search just for you. Number 4, we streamline the showings. We don't want you to get burned out there. Number 5 is when you find a house that you like, we're gonna make smart offers and we're gonna use strategic negotiation. We never gonna split the difference, believe that. And then once it's accepted, then it's time for the inspections and contract management. And 7, closing day, key day, closing and then post-move support. See, most buyers think that it's just find a home and then you go ahead and pick one up. That's how it is on TV. So in this market, you're gonna need strategy, speed, and a guide that's 10 steps ahead. So that's the whole reason why we start off with a strategy session. So with all the changes happening in real estate, most people are like, what do I gotta pay the buyer agent for? And here's the answer. You're not just hiring someone just to open doors. You are hiring a licensed fiduciary. And what that means is I protect your best interests. I keep things confidential and I work like your money's my money. And while other agents are just sitting back, waiting for new listings to pop up, I'm out there making phone calls, talking to builders, making things happen. And you know, I make things happen behind the scenes before it even hits the internet. What actually happens in a buyer's strategy session, right? Well, we have time to sit down and just really have a conversation. And I ask questions that most other agents don't ask or don't even care to ask, right? What does your dream lifestyle look like? What is your buying timeline? What are your must-haves versus deal breakers? Have you spoken to a lender? What does the perfect experience look like to you? So most people walk out feeling and thinking this is the most clarity I've ever had in one session than 3 months of searching for houses, because I get it. It is overwhelming. But that's the reason why you have people to guide you through the process so you can get the information expedited to you. So my main thing is like I build systems. So I'm also gonna walk you through how we're gonna keep things efficient. No 17 home weekends, exhausted in the heat. We get down to what we need to do. And we get the answers and we make it happen. So what you're doing is you are putting someone on the team to make the process easier, more efficient. And you know, it's Chris Cash, so we're gonna make it fun. So if we already booked a buyer strategy session, you know exactly what to expect and how to prep for it. And if you haven't scheduled a buyer session yet, don't wait. Book your strategy session now, and let's go ahead and make this the best decision you ever made in your life. Chris Cash, Las Vegas is for sale. All right, so I know after hearing all that, there's probably some questions that you have. So I went ahead and put together a quick breakdown of the common questions that I get after hearing all of that. So we're gonna go ahead and tackle that right now.
Okay, Chris, you talked about your value, but you didn't say how you get paid. How much does it cost to hire you as my buyer's agent?
I get it. That's one of the most important questions, right? So let's go ahead and be direct. In a traditional real estate transaction, the buyer's agent's commission is paid by the seller from the proceeds of the sale. This means that my expert representation, my strategic negotiation, and my entire 7-step process to protect your interests and get you the best deal doesn't even come out of your pocket as an upfront fee. The value is built into the transaction. My focus is 100% on getting you the right home at the right price because my success is tied to your success.
You mentioned the strategy session is the first step. How do I book one? And is there a cost or obligation?
That's a great question. You can book your complimentary strategic session using the link right in the description below this video. And let me be clear, there is absolutely no cost and zero obligation. This session is not a sales pitch. It's a two-way interview. It's for you to see the real strategic value I bring to the table. And it's for me to understand your goals to see if we're a good fit to work together. And if we're not, you'll still walk away with more clarity on your home buying journey than you ever had before. That's a promise.
You talked about a custom search and finding homes behind the scenes. What does that actually mean? Are these houses that aren't on Zillow?
Exactly. A custom search goes way beyond Zillow or any public site. First, we use the professional MLS, filtering it based on your actual lifestyle needs. We discuss in our strategy session, not just bed and bath count, but the behind the scenes part is my network. I come in and constantly talk to other top agents about coming soon listings before they hit the market. I have relationships with new home builders to know about their latest inventory and incentives. Sometimes sellers want a private off-market sale. My job is to find opportunities, not just wait for them to pop up online. That's how we get you the edge.
Why is getting pre-approved for a loan so early in the process? Can't I just look at a few houses first to see what I like?
I get the temptation to just look, but my process is about putting you in position to win. Getting you pre-approved up front does two critical things. First, it gives you crystal clear, realistic budget so you don't waste a second of your time looking at homes you can't even afford. And second, it's a competitive market advantage. Like in Las Vegas, having a pre-approval letter gives you the power of a buyer hands down. When you find the perfect home, you can submit a strong, credible offer immediately. Sellers take offers from pre-approved buyers far more serious, and it's all about strategy and speed, and this gives you a step up on the competition. Hopefully that clarified a few questions that you have. If you have more questions, that is the reason why we have the buyer strategy session. Go ahead and click the link, book your session, and remember, Las Vegas is for sale. Chris Cash, let's get it.